how did you get started and how much did you start with? That's a good question. I could go on that for a little while, actually. So when I first started reselling, I don't even remember putting in like a ton of money. I remember literally starting with stuff from my closet. Now, the difficult part with that, well, we just sold a video game for $15, so that's what's up. So the thing about like starting with your own closet, you don't necessarily have to invest a ton of money, but I've realized the more that I've been doing YouTube and people ask similar questions, if you don't have like dope clothes or you're not like a fashionable person, it could be hard to start with just stuff from your closet because you're not necessarily like into clothing and trendy stuff. You might want to start with electronics or older stuff that you might have around the house to kind of start your eBay inventory with or Poshmark inventory with. But I literally just started with a bunch of suits that I had from Suit Supply. I had some Ralph Lauren suits, and I always used to thrift. So I used to thrift suits that I would wear for work, and I would get them tailored to fit me. So I had a lot of like high quality suits that was just really good stuff, and a lot of like expensive shoes. I'm talking about dress shoes and stuff like that. And I basically just started my whole everything with I started my eBay store with just stuff that I had around the house. I had a very few amount of things that I was thrifting because at that point I was in Marina, California. Thrift stores out there wasn't really that good at all. At that point, like I said, just starting with suits and stuff like that, and just slowly but surely, just not trying to pull too much money from the business, just reinvesting it. And it's not until now where a lot of people are seeing more of like some of the bulk purchases. I don't share all the bulk purchases that I do. I just did some a couple of days ago. But like the Ross pickups and those types of stuff, I started out in the thrift. And with the thrifting videos, like just starting out in the thrift, your cost of goods is way cheaper. And, as long as you can find stuff that sells fast, you'll be good. So that's how I started. I basically quit my job in 2017. 2017 is when I quit. And I quit my job before I even had a plan. Like I didn't necessarily know what I was going to do, but I just knew for a fact that I wasn't going to stick around in that environment. That school I was working with was just a show. So I know I had to go. So that was just the motivation behind everything, just literally separating myself from that situation. And I just said I was going to figure it out. I know it was like a scary type of thing for some people. Some people might think it was scary, but for me, I realized that my health was like my mental health wasn't as strong. Physically, I was kind of out of shape because I wasn't motivated to work out. So I knew it was scary, but the scary thing for me was to see how it was affecting my body and affecting my mental. So I was like, yo, I'm out. So that's how I got started. Literally just started selling the stuff that I was wearing every day to the office, quit the job. I had a decent amount of money saved up. I had like 6 months worth of expenses saved up in the bank. And once I had that secure, I remember getting a review from my position. And I didn't like some of the stuff they said in my review. And my plan was actually like to wait a little longer, maybe a month or two. Once I got that review, I was like, yo, I'm out. Y'all don't even appreciate me. And I'm stressed out. I'm out. I know a lot of people can relate to that story, but so much people just find themselves, just dealing with it and just stuck with it. And for me, I just know I had to make a move. So hopefully that inspires a couple people. I might do another video later on. Just kind of going over that story because I keep trying to share that story just as often as possible because I know it's so much people, especially nowadays, people losing their jobs. People are just afraid and just nervous. You got to take the risk sometimes. You got to bet on yourself. You got to invest in yourself. And that's what the whole, my whole channel is about, really. Just have people just, believe in themselves a little more because it's hard out here, but you could do it for sure. Let's see what's going on. Will you be able to acquire the Uggs like last year? Now, last year when I was getting all those Uggs, that was in Goleta. That was in not Goleta. That was Ventura, California, where the Ugg outlet is. So I was like 20 minutes away from Ventura, and I would just go to the outlets first thing in the morning when they had like 60, 70, 80% off some days. And it would be a long line out there. Like, trust me, it was a lot of people that was just a lot of resellers that would go. And it would be hectic. You have to like secure your stuff and like throw some elbows. You might have to have your wife and your kids just guarding your stuff. Like it was real in there. But I just bought, that was like my first experience doing some like retail arbitrage in scale. At that point, like buying like 100 pairs of shoes seemed unfathomable to me. But, I just started making some good money from business and I just put it all right back into it. And I was buying UGG. So I was buying a brand that I was trusted and, people like. So I just doubled down, and that was the first month I believe it was October of last year was the first month I've made. I grossed over 10,000 in sales. I never experienced that before. At this point, we kind of average like 10 to 15,000 every month. So I'm in a different place right now. But at that point, seeing that type of money hit my account and just seeing in the PayPal statement, man, it was crazy. But I'm gonna try to go down there again. I'm in Arizona now, so it might be kind of tough. The tough part is that they usually will just put the sale out like the day before or the morning of. So if you're not in the area, you know, especially if you're like 4 or 5 hours away like I am, it's gonna be real tough. So I mean, I'll see what I can do. I'll keep you guys posted. See, hey, dude, how many listings you have on eBay? I'm at 200 right now. Right now, I still have a basic eBay store. I probably have maybe 400 active listings, but in total inventory, probably close to the 600. I don't even know if I got 400 listings. I think I maybe got like 350 or 360, somewhere around there is the amount of listings I have. But I just have a lot of I'll have one listing, but you know, several different, one SKU, but several different sizes. That's how my store is kind of set up right now. And eBay been giving so much free listings that I've been listing cheap stuff that I usually wouldn't even list. Like I had my old DVD collection that I found in the closet, and I was like, let me just list all of these stuff. Some are like $5.99, $4.99. I'm probably making $1 or $2 at most after shipping and fees, but it's still $2-3 that I wouldn't have gotten anyway. So I'm just trying to take full advantage of it. Some people try to play the volume game, and I've played that when I first got onto eBay. When I first got on, I was trying to play the volume game, but I realized that I just don't like doing that. Like it's just not a model that I enjoy. So I just try to focus on, you know, just higher margins, higher profit margins, and that just works best for me. I try to focus more on the profit as opposed to the listings. Let's see. How do you keep up with the inventory so you won't have any lost diamonds? So my inventory system is super simple. Now that my inventory has grown significantly since I moved to California, now I have like a dedicated room solely for inventory. I actually just had to do this a few weeks ago, so I'll probably make a video on this as well. I have bins labeled from like A1 to A10, then I have B1 to B10, and so on and so forth. And all the bins are usually like the shoes without boxes. I have one bin with shirts and I have one bin with pants, and I'm trying to get rid of those because I'm not selling that much clothing anymore. But that's basically how I do it. Like I said, the bins are listed name and numbered from like A1 through 10, and then I'll put that on eBay. They have like this custom label option, and that way I'll just say, okay, this item is in bin A4, and that way when the item sells, I know exactly where to get it. Super simple. I know I got it from a reseller I used to watch. I don't remember his name, but he doesn't make videos anymore. But I got that system from him, and it's been working ever since. Sounds like how I'm gonna start. That's so awesome. You did that. Oh, you talking about selling the clothes? Yeah, man, definitely do it. Like, definitely do it. You don't wanna doubt yourself. You don't wanna drag your feet on it, especially now, because I think it's a good time to just start selling things online. I know a lot of people that was affected by, you know, the virus and all these types of stuff happening in the world. But thankfully, my business was never really affected because I had so much inventory that, you know, people were still shopping. People were at home just happy to, like, people was at home, and them buying stuff and getting a package delivered was like the brightest part of people's days. And it probably still is because a lot of states are still on lockdown. So I just feel like everybody that has been selling online that had a decent amount of inventory, so they was prepared, everybody's still doing well for the most part. So it's a good business to be in. It's a good time to do it. So the sooner the better. You know what I mean?
For the winner, cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner. Move just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. I should've never offered it. I'm tight and now I'm off this shit. You should wanna be a real one. Earn the bases hard, I still won. Tired of wasting time.